We're now getting in some breaking news right now. Ministry of Defence has released a statement. They say PLA troops violated the previous consensus arrived at during the military and diplomatic engagements during an ongoing standoff in eastern Ladakh and carried out provocative military movements to change the status quo. This is the details that we're now getting in. In fact, the Ministry of Defence has now put out the full details, saying that on the night of 29th or 30th of August 2020, PLA troops violated the previous consensus arrived at during the military and diplomatic engagements during the ongoing standoff in eastern Ladakh and carried out provocative military movements to change the status quo. Indian troops preempted this PLA activity on the southern bank of Pangong Tso Lake, undertook measures to strengthen our positions and thwart Chinese intentions to unilaterally change facts on the ground. The Indian Army is committed to maintaining peace and tranquility through dialogue, but it is also equally determined to protect its territorial integrity. A brigade commander level flag meeting is in progress at Chushul to resolve the issues. That's the latest now that is coming in as far as the situation in eastern Ladakh is concerned. But clearly the Indian Army now saying that the PLA troops have violated a consensus that was basically arrived during the military and diplomatic engagement during the ongoing standoff in eastern Ladakh. And they're calling this as a provocative military movement to change the status quo. This comes at a time when both the sides have been saying that there have been multiple dialogues that are essentially taking place on the ground, commander level talks that have taken place to ensure that the status quo ante is maintained. But as far as Indian Army is concerned, now they're saying that there's a violation that has taken place on the side of the PLA troops. Let me go across to our executive editor Niranjan, who's joining us on the phone line. Niranjan, this is an important, significant development given the fact that once again the PLA troops have violated the consensus, and that has exactly been the cause of concern from the Indian side, where the Indian side has been maintaining that it remains to be seen that whether at all they are going to follow what was basically arrived at, the consensus that was basically arrived at.
That's correct. Shravan, the kind of statements that we've been seeing, especially from the government, several ministers have gone on record, the defense minister included, and top commanders of the Indian Army have also spoken on record that, if the transgressions continue, India will respond. And they have said it in as many words, without mincing any words. And I think it's for the first time, you're looking at a confirmation that's come in officially from the ministry saying that there have been transgressions. And I'm reading from the statement that has come in that on the night of the 29th and 30th of August 2020, and we're getting in full details of the transgressions. As far as the government is concerned, the defense minister has confirmed, the defense ministry has confirmed that no transgressions in eastern Ladakh. Now, the new information that we have, the update is that Indian troops also preempted this PLA activity on the southern bank of the Pangong Tso Lake. So Pangong Tso, which Shravan has also been reporting on for the last 2 to 3 months when the face-off happened in eastern Ladakh. It's the same area, southern bank of Pangong Tso Lake. The Indian troops took measures to strengthen the positions and also thwart any Chinese intentions to unilaterally change facts on the ground. Pangong Tso has been a sticking point. Let me go across to Aishwarya as he picks up more details from the government. Aishwarya, we have the defense ministry also confirmed what the army spokesperson has said, that there have been transgressions in the last 48 hours.
Absolutely, Niranjan. As this has been going on for a while, we are being told that as we speak, there is a divisional commander level meeting on in Chushul. India is...
I think Major Gaurav Arya is joining us. Major Gaurav Arya also joining us on the phone line. Major Gaurav Arya, you have official confirmation now also from the Ministry of Defence that there have been transgressions despite the consensus during the military and diplomatic engagements and the ongoing standoff in eastern Ladakh, provocative military movements to change the status quo. this is something that has been happening, but the fact that the government and the army spokesperson has gone on record, how are you viewing the developments, Major Arya?
Colonel Aman Anand, who's the PRO in the Defense Ministry, and you see, this was expected. We've had various transgressions by the Chinese and attempts at aggression for the past 3-4 years. They have heated up, and now we see what the Chinese are doing in Pangong Tso. So, at one level, you're having all these talks at the lieutenant general level, the corps commander, div commander, even brigade commander, colonel level, every type of talk where India is saying that you signed an agreement, and clearly China does not believe in agreements, it does not believe in talks. So what China is doing is speaking with a forked tongue. At one level, it is engaging you in talks, and while you think that their intentions are honorable because, they're being in talks, they're indulging in talks with you and engaging in talks with you, what is actually happening at a different level is, they're attacking also. So this is to put us on a back foot so that we are extremely uncertain what is going on. And what we need to do is speak to the Chinese in the language the Chinese understand. Unfortunately, we are not doing that, and the government needs to really put their best foot forward and understand. China wants to speak the language of violence because it feels that it can browbeat the Indian army, which is not possible, but we need a go-ahead from the government to speak to the Chinese in the language they understand.
Well, that's significant. But looking at the development of the Pangong Tso Lake, now you've been reporting from Ladakh as well. You were there a few weeks ago. How do you view the developments, and has there been any significant development at all? Pangong Tso has been a sticking point, even though there have been, minor headway that was made in other areas, Major Arya.
No, absolutely. When I was there, I found out I spoke to everybody, right from the top general to the Jawans, and everybody spoke in one voice saying that while the Chinese are on their side of the line of actual control, or India's perceived line of actual control, they are on China's side. However, they have adopted a very, very aggressive posture, and the Chinese will always be looking for weakness. All this dovetails into what Xi Jinping is facing at home, his own challenges within the Communist Party. But yes, you're right, as far as this Pangong Tso action is concerned. I don't think it is very, very wrong for us to assume that this is not going to stop anytime soon. You see, they tried to violate again on the night of 29th, 30th. Now, again, they will try, and they will keep on trying. We have to respond to the Chinese. This can't be business as usual, and this is the feeling also that I checked when I spoke to the Indian Army officials and soldiers. They said it can't be business as usual with the Chinese because the Chinese don't respect talks. They don't respect agreements. They respect only strength.
Yeah. Major Arya, thank you for joining us. Will continue to be one of the top headlines today. The government has gone on record to confirm the transgressions in eastern Ladakh by China, by the PLA.